Hello everyone, Science Viking here, and I'm back to System Shock 2. And I considered just running back to the Von Braun to resupply, but I've decided not to do that. I'm gonna press onward and see what that gets me. With the answer probably being horribly painful death, but what is that sound? Honestly, as long as my death is funny, I don't mind being dead. Okay, got a maintenance tool. And my firearms are in pretty good shape. Nanites. As usual, unload the shotgun. Yeah, I'm not in that bad of shape for materials. I'm in kind of bad shape, but I'll be okay. Alright, let's see if I can see if there's anything useful over here. So it looks like everything is upside down. I'm guessing that's because of what I did with the gravity to prevent the pod from exploding. Whoa. Right. One more try to make this jump. It's weird, like it doesn't want me to jump when I'm on a sloped surface. Yeah, I keep... So I can just climb this. Nope. Nope. Okay. I'm not gonna be able to get up there. Whoa! Ah, turret. How am I for healing? I have 1 health pack. What are my bullet options? I got standard, I got anti-personnel, and I got standard. I can have any kind of bullets as long as they're standard. Let's see if I can take this thing out with slugs. Ah! Fortunately, the turrets are stupid.
I thought Polito would be my avatar, but Polito was weak. It was I who chose you, and I who had a robotic servant render your form unconscious. I then completed you with cybernetic rays.
Whoa! Whoa! I don't like being trapped.
Every line of code in your subsystems elevates from your disk. Perhaps you have potential. Perhaps once we have erased my wayward children from existence, we can examine possibilities of real alive.
What was that showdown? I was too busy killing cyborg ninjas. Also, is it just me, or does Shodan in that sound kind of like a stalker? Like, I'm being stalked by an evil murdering AI. Which that makes 2 different projects now where someone is stalking me, because I swear I'm also being stalked by the Collector in Darkest Dungeon. What is it with me and stalkers? Also, it seems kind of appropriate that we're in the chapel, considering the fact that I got a considering the fact that I just got an email message from basically an evil god. Alright. Okay, unload the assault rifle. Not as good as my assault rifle, so I'm gonna drop it. And modules. Alright. Ah, more Polito.
The genie of Citadel Station is out of the bottle, and I am the cause. I can't bear to be Pandora, and I'm not brave enough to wait around and see the death and misery I have caused. This is my last transmission, my friend. Be careful. I think Shodan has plans for you.
So... yeah, basically... Shodan is seeming very much like an evil god. Which makes 2 ongoing projects dealing with something that significantly resembles an evil god, too, because we have whatever the new god is over in Darkest Dungeon! Okay, that fall was less fatal than I expected it to be. Something got in my way when I was trying to get to the ladder. There's also a, there's a turret over there. Let's see if I can game the turret AI again. I'm having somewhat less success than last time. Thank you, Siri. Yes, I know I'm dying. Let me guess. Yeah, that's armor-piercing bullets. It would have been nice to have those a minute ago. Okay, this I'm guessing is like insect skin armor, or annelid skin armor. The issue is I would have to drop something in order to... I'd have to drop several things in order to have room for it. It uses up, I think, 4 inventory slots, and I only have 2 empty. Step 1. Okay, I'm out of ammo for reload. So if I reload my standard bullets, that brings me up to... And then if I drop... So if I drop one thing, I will have... I'm just gonna repair my grenade launcher. Alright, now I have enough space to have the insect skin thing in my inventory. I am gonna need some chemicals to research it, though. I was hoping I managed to find those somewhere. Yeah, already I need a chemical. I was hoping I managed to make it to a place where I can get some healing before something deals the 7 damage that I have left worth of hit points. That's a spider. Not sure where exactly it is. And I'm also engrossed in a battle with my mortal enemy, a ladder. Okay, to my right and on the floor above me. No, not above me, just to my right. Okay, there's more than one. Okay. There's a number of spiders. Well, I have more inventory space now. Let me see something. Okay, that improves my situation significantly. I can reach the surgical unit even though it's on the ceiling. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay, made it over here. Listen carefully for the audio cue. It's terrifying, but it's the only indication of where the spiders are. Okay, where's my recycler? I'm not gonna worry about recycling all of that stuff. It'd get me like 4 nanites. Okay. There it is. Okay, that's 1 fewer spider. There's another one. Okay. What about that kind of ammunition? That sounds like the end of the spiders. Okay. This is Diego.
Those worms were a cancer in my body, so I had the auto doc cut it out. You think they're gonna let you blow up the Von Braun? The many will never allow it. But I've got something to help you. It's in my quarters. You'll find the access card on my body. Keep the fight to them, soldier. And remember, you're the one to trust.
You know, I'm not sure how to feel about being the only one Diego trusts, considering the fact that he has really not been impressing me with his judgment up to this point. I mean, Diego has apparently decided to, like, he couldn't decide which faction he wanted to be a part of, and so he just decided to side with everybody. Okay, I need to... I'll drop my small, Okay. What can I most afford to not have anymore? Oh, right. unfortunately, I'll drop the beaker. Beakers are somewhat useful. Whoa! Forgot about the egg. Yeah, yep. My memory is actually that short. Okay, let's just get away from the flies until they die. At some point, I really do need to swing by the Von Braun. Get some chemicals, stock up on various kinds of healing stuff. Okay, so this forms a bridge. Bridge over troubled eggs. At least it forms a bridge in theory, anyway. Really doesn't want me to... Whoa.
You perform well for an insect. Transmitting cyber modules.
Okay, where are we now, and why are we here?
Hold where you are, irritant. The Annelids have tried my patience with a fire. We cannot separate from the Von Braun. Observe.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep running in a circle, avoiding insects.
To a massive size. It has wrapped itself around these two ships, preventing their separation. Their creation was my error. My error. Their destruction.
I just know you're mature enough to admit that, Shodan. And yet another email transmission.
Observe the many. It has used the flesh of the biomass to grow.
Do you stand in awe of my creations? The time has come
To eradicate my error.
An escape pod in the rear of the bridge. Use it to launch yourself into the depths of the worm.
Okay, so we're getting into kind of I saw a spider. Okay, there's another rumbler over there too. So we're getting into kind of final act territory. I see another one of those things that gives me a permanent upgrade. And I'm gonna get into an escape pod and be basically fired. What is it now?
I will not ask a second time.
And the one thing, if there's one thing Shodan knows how to do, it's complain. Okay, so we're getting into final act territory here, where I'm going to be fired into the Many's base of operations. Fired into the biomass that the Many is cultivated, so that I can attack the Many from within. I'm going to need to be actually properly kitted out if I want to survive doing that. So, I really do need to basically swing back by the Von Braun to stock up on supplies and level up my last couple of times before I head out. So, I'll be back in a moment once I've properly prepared for this final assault upon the Many. I'll be back in a moment.
Research complete.
Okay, I am partway back to the Von Braun. I stopped by the chemical storage on the Rickenbacker, and I managed to finish researching my armor. Researching the thing that I found. So, worm skin armor. Summary. This armor provides both combat and environmental protection, as well as increases the wearer's psi stat by 2. However, it slowly drains the user's psi points. Analysis. This worm skin has been fashioned into a crude body covering suitable for a human to wear. The skin is far tougher than its biochemical makeup would suggest, and further investigation demonstrates a subtle repulsive effect that appears to be psionically generated. The fact that the effect is still active in combination with the slowly continuing metabolic processes in the skin indicates that the skin is in some sense still alive. Recommendation. Wearing the worm skin as a piece of armor will provide some physical and environmental protection and will increase the wearer's psi statistic. However, it will be a continuous psionic drain on the wearer to keep from being attacked and consumed by the skin. So, as long as I have psi points, I can wear this and it provides resistance to radiation and toxin. Slightly less than my radiation suit. And also gives me physical defense of the same value as my armor, but it continuously consumes psi points. And I need to continuously spend psi points to keep it from eating me. You can't win them all. And it frees up a whole bunch of inventory space by allowing me to leave those behind. Well, I have worm skin. Now let's see if I can figure out a ladder. Okay, so here I'm attached to the ladder, rotate around. Who would have thought climbing was this difficult? Okay, and leap! And somehow fail to move horizontally at all with the jump. And yeah, that part is kind of difficult to pull off. Anyway, I'm almost back to the Von Braun. I'll be back with you when I have resupplied. Okay, right before the end, I'm back where it all began. So, I have 119 modules to spend. Now, the first thing I'm going to do, the grenade launcher has served me very well. I'm going to max out my heavy weapons skill for 50. Also, to clear up some inventory space, I'm just going to quick load frag grenades because I only have 6 of them. But what to spend the rest of my modules on? Well, I could research this implant if I had a research skill of 5. And that would only cost 25 modules. So, let's begin researching this. I'll need cesium and whatever HS is, but I'll be able to find those. And so that leaves me with 44 modules. What to spend them on? What should I spend my last few modules on? I could always put a point into strength to increase my ability to carry things. In fact, it would cost very few modules relative to what I have to put a couple of points into strength and then increase my inventory space. I'm gonna take off the worm skin armor, but just to give me more ability to carry supplies, I'm gonna go with that. Anyway, I'm gonna finish researching the unresearched object, so I need to go find some cesium. I believe I know where the cesium is. I also bought some armor-piercing and standard bullets from the vending machine upstairs. Or up elevator. I don't think it's actually possible to get there using the stairs. Yep, chemical storeroom, cesium, CS. OSIR, CF, TC. We don't have it. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to go to a different deck if I want to find it. Let's see if they've got it in engineering. Well, either way, I'll be back when I've found all the chemicals that I need to research the new implant. Okay. I finished the research on the worm heart implant. Had to go back to hydroponics to get the chemicals for it. I'm still working off the shock from that experience. But let's see what it has to say. Summary. While this implant is powered, the user takes no damage from annelid toxin and will regenerate 1 hit point per 30 seconds. Unfortunately, when the implant ceases being powered or removed, a great deal of toxin is released into the user's bloodstream. Make sure you have some antitoxin hypos handy. Analysis. The implant is a combination of a blood filtering device and a regenerative stimulator, using annelid regenerative tissue as an adjunct. While the implant is worn, it sequesters all annelid venom that the user is subject to, preventing it from acting. Additionally, damaged tissue is replaced quickly by a psychoreactive annelid substitute. However, the substitute tissue produces some amount of degradation byproduct, which is itself toxic, and sequestered by the implant. However, when the implant loses power or is removed, much of the sequestered venom is released. Recommendation. This device is not recommended for frequent use because of the danger of the toxin damage upon removing the implant. However, its regenerative and toxin protection properties may well be invaluable in a very dangerous situation. So basically, while it is equipped, I have gradual health regeneration and am immune to poison. But as soon as I take it off, I lose... Not only do I lose my immunity to poison, but I become poisoned. Okay. Honestly, I think I can make that work. It's going to be challenging, but I mean, I have 7 portable batteries. I can just keep recharging the thing as needed. There. That's the spider taken care of. Now, I just need to get back to the top of the Rickenbacker to take on my final mission. I will be back in a moment when I'm back at the top, back in the Rickenbacker. Oh, Annelid Psi organ. Just inject that right away. Just mainlining Annelid tissue while I'm here. And onto this. Okay, I am back. And yeah, I picked a wrench back up because I decided I might need one. Well, moment of truth. I still have the health regeneration active. I don't have any anti-personnel bullets. I do have grenades, though. Used up a bit more ammunition than I would have liked to, but I got past the rumbler. Okay. I hear spiders a lot. Also, that is flesh. Didn't realize that, but outside the window is just a wall of flesh. Also, off screen, I spent a couple of points on increasing my, I spent a couple of modules on increasing my energy weapon skill, because I didn't really have much else to spend them on. Now, I've pretty much decided... Whoa! But that spider needs to die. I've pretty much decided I want my last one of these to be the one that lets me have 2 different implants. So that way, I can have... I'm actually probably going to go with the Worm Mind implant in addition to the Worm Heart implant. Kill the Invisispider, which I actually saw through the wall. Anti-personnel rounds and... or anti-personnel shotgun shells and a maintenance tool. That is good. Okay. This is the bridge. Well, we explored one bridge. Let's explore the other bridge, see if we can find anything helpful. So it's looking rather sparse of things I can interact with. Gotta admit, it is really creepy looking at the flesh outside the window. This game does a really good job of maintaining atmosphere. Oh ho ho! Disruption grenades. Hacking the replicator is fundamentally meaningless because I don't really... I'm very low on nanites. Okay. Yeah, my aim is not very good. What can I say? I'm a nerd with a gun. I'm not qualified to be doing any of this. Okay, is there really nothing else over here except for the security camera control? And upgrade units that don't really mean a whole lot. And down there are escape pods, and I'm fairly certain also spiders. Indeed. Fortunately, very much unlike spiders in real life, annelid spiders can't climb. And even more anti-personnel shotgun shells. Those are going to be very useful as a secondary defense against rumblers. Though I never made it into, Diego's quarters. I'm going to look around a little bit and, see if I can locate them. It's not worth putting much time into. Let's see what the map says. The map really says nothing helpful. This is not a map. This is just a picture of a spaceship. What does the mini-map do? The mini-map does nothing. Okay. Avant-garde choice, having the mini-map, having an option for the mini-map and then not having a mini-map. But I'll go with it. But oh. This is probably Diego's quarters.
I am pleased. Transmitting cybernetic modules. Do not squander them.
So the thing in his quarters is just another annelid weapon. However, it got me a whole bunch of cyber modules. And I don't even need to worry about even eating those grubs because I have my worm heart health regeneration implant. It does appear to run out of power fairly quickly, though. Though, to balance, like I said, I have 7 of these portable batteries and some antitoxin hypos, so I'll be okay, I think. Anyway, into the escape pod to be fired into the bowels of the many, like the world's nerdiest missile. And commence mission! Ow. I'm legitimately surprised that didn't actually cause damage to me. Certainly damaged the escape pod. Outward, into the flesh.
Sway here. Even I cannot maintain contact. You are on your own, human.
Feel me not.
That's probably poisonous. Fortunately, that isn't a problem for me. What does the map do here? Yep, no map data available. Okay. Prefontaine, what do you have to say?
One of the flying things dragged me and David here last night. I don't remember much about the trip. Black half conscious most of the time. I keep remembering Pinocchio, with the old man for the puppet inside the whale. Except I don't think anyone's coming in here to save me.
I don't know, Prefontaine. If you're still alive, I'll save you.
To spread yourself out on our wall.
We'll be there to help before long.
Heavy combat. Okay, I believe I can actually equip the heavy combat armor now. Apparently not. Okay, so I still don't have high enough strength to equip the heavy combat armor. But that's okay. Through the bowels of the many. Bowels was right. Bowels was right. I had a colonoscopy once, and this is basically what it looked like. Okay. Whoa! Oh! I'm not entirely sure what killed me, but something did. Let's try that again. Okay. Oh, that was what it was. Okay. Those things are dangerous. That's what was shooting me. Found more cyber modules. Oh. Hey. You were shooting me earlier. Knock that off. Whoa! What? I'm not entirely sure how I took damage there. Oh, let's try that from the beginning again. Okay, so through here. Ignore Shodan,
The
because
many
we already heard
hold
what she has to
sway
say.
here. Even I cannot maintain contact. You are on your own, human.
Fail me not.
Spread yourself out on our wall.
One of our many before long.
Okay. Anti-personnel rounds are pretty effective against rumblers, at least. Let's find what happens if I go this way. Ah, more Prefontaine.
Now I'm convinced that this many, as it calls itself, indeed has a centralized nervous system, which means it would have to have some kind of centralized control. To this end, I've gathered as many weapons as I could and stashed them in caches. One of the beasts discovered a cache and apparently mistook it for food. It simply brought it into the quarantine room.
Okay. So, Prefontaine's still trying to help me defeat the many. And apparently it has some kind of central nervous system processing center thing, which I just need to find and destroy. Get to the brain, kill the brain. Got it.
The arterial passageways are blocked by some kind of sphincter. I follow the nerves that threaded out of the walls from the blockage. They lead to a pair of nerve clusters. When the passageway is open, the cluster seems to contract. Conversely, I wonder if I was able to destroy both clusters, it would open the blockage permanently. I'm anxious to see the rest of this beast.
Okay, so I need to destroy clusters to open sphincters, because I need the many sphincter to be wide open for what I'm about to do to them. Got it. Okay, anti-personnel rounds are actually pretty good as long as you don't miss.
Radiation hazard.
Okay, I'm gonna risk it for that health pack because I have high resistance to radiation and regenerating health. Yeah, a second worm heart implant could actually be very helpful. Okay, anti-radiation. I know I have them. Okay, so how do I get out of here? Is the only way out back? Nope, down this way. This way is the way to get out of here. Okay. Need another anti-radiation hypo. Yep, I'm just gonna have to power through the radiation.
Help you inside the biomass. Her coldness is not welcome within the warmth of our flesh.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really a big fan of the warmth of your flesh myself. Unfortunately, somehow I have been volunteered for flesh plumbing duty, so that's what I'm gonna do. Did you have to pick up the radioactive stuff? It's generally harmful. Like, radiation is bad for flesh. Why did you collect all the radioactive stuff? Was that really necessary? Okay. That's one sphincter taken care of. Also, I am accumulating a lot of damage despite having the most radiation resistance that you can have. Okay, I'm just gonna grab myself a med kit. And another med hypo. And I need to get out of the... I need to get out of this place. Whoa, and I'm dead. Too much radiation damage. Wonderful. I'm gonna have to try that again. Let's see if I can get back to where I was. Oh, okay. So I found a cache of potentially useful stuff, including a psi hypo, which I'm actually likely to need for something. And research software I already have. And cesium! Okay, let's hack into this. Okay, just nanites. Of course, finding nanites in there implies that I'll have use for nanites later. Alright. I'm kind of back where I was. So... I need to get through there somehow. And... it's basically glowing with radiation. So, let's trade the Worm Mind implant for the Speed Boost implant. And... alright, I just need to get through there as quickly as possible. Looting is largely meaningless. Oh yeah, and equip this to get the environmental resistance benefits from it.
The machine mother cannot help you.
Really should have kept my radiation suit, though. Wow.
Her coldness.
I'm accumulating radiation a lot slower since I have the worm skin armor equipped. This is actually making a huge difference. Maybe I shouldn't have ditched my radiation suit. Oh, it's farther this way still. It's okay. Blow away the cluster. Yep, I'm gonna make the many sphincters open wide for me. Alright. Okay, and just increase my movement speed a little bit. Med kit. Use another anti-radiation hypo.
Radiation hazard.
Okay, alright, through here. Through here. Okay. And my radiation level is now going down instead of up. That's good. Okay. Oh, and that's the other cluster. I can just get it right now. Get it from here if I have a ranged attack, which I do. What? Oh, that was disorienting. You know those dreams that you have? You know how you're falling asleep and then you jolt awake because you suddenly feel like you're falling? That just happened in real life, where for some reason it felt like I was suddenly falling vertically in the game. Not in real life, but like somehow I felt like I fell into a pit or something. I was confused for a second. Okay, now I just need to wait for the radiation effect to wear off. And I'm going to switch over to my regular armor. Okay, so a radiation suit makes a big difference there. Now, I've taken out one cluster. Oh. And I'm through. Whoa. Okay, 4 anti-personnel rounds will put down a rumbler. And 3 will put down a spider. Unfortunately, I now have a total of 6. I'm going to need to make use of my disruption grenades. Which means I'm going to need to be careful because, you know, blowing myself up. Which is seemingly my favorite pastime. But before I do that... You know, I'd say I haven't encountered a midwife in a while, but that's not the first midwife I've encountered recording for this episode. Because I had to go back to hydroponics, and you shouldn't do that. You should just not go to hydroponics. Okay, I'm actually going to use a med hypo even though I have the worm heart regeneration thing. Gotta admit, I actually think investing in the research skill was worthwhile. The worm implant abilities are really powerful. Like Worm Mind, Worm Blood, and Worm Heart are actually pretty good. It also feels inherently kind of cool to be using the Many's powers against them. Okay. Really glad I know that you can just run away from the flies. Are the others? Yep, the others are poison eggs, which which doesn't really matter very much.
Toxic hazard.
Because I am immune to poison. This is another one of those times where I feel like the game is mocking me. There was a whole bunch of drama earlier in the episode about trying to find the right chemicals to research stuff. And here they just give me a room full of chemicals. Like, oh, you want chemicals? I'll give you all the chemicals you can handle. Also, I have 43 modules. What could I possibly upgrade that would be worthwhile? I'm actually going to put a couple of points into agility. Because, frankly, reduced falling damage and weapon kickback could be useful. And I'm just going to recycle the prisms because I don't know what they do. I will finish this Let's Play never having learned what prisms do. And the swarm apparently got stuck against something. Alright. And it is worm blood time. Yeah, alien mind control worms. That's good eating. And a flesh wall! And unfortunately, we can't roast the flesh wall and eat it, so I'm gonna have to find a way around. Okay. It's probably just the chemical manifest, yeah. Ooh, that's helpful. Charge all my battery-powered equipment. Is that the only thing that's over here? Yeah, that's still just flesh. There's no way to get through there. So, After the Rickenbacker being very easy to understand, very easy to navigate despite not having a map, this is kind of a problem. Okay, let's see if I can figure my way through. Oh. More nanites I probably don't need. Okay. So that would mean that this whole area is not required. Oh, through here. Okay, that's the sphincter. So that's the sphincter, and I've destroyed one of the clusters, but that's not enough to make it open. I need to find the other cluster and destroy it. Question is, where is the other cluster? Well, I've looked everywhere else, which would seem to suggest that the remaining cluster is back in the radiation pit. Lovely. Okay, if I go down here... Yep. Okay.
Radiation hazard.
Okay. Through. Let me through. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Almost. Why am I stuck? Why can't I go through? There we go. And while I'm at it, let's grab some healing.
Radiation hazard.
Okay. More worm heart implants. You guys being real generous with those if you don't already have one. Unfortunately, it's also being real generous with the radioactive material. Okay, is there anything else over here? Because I can't, if not, I can't really figure out where else I'm supposed to go. I would expect it to be like on the opposite side from this somehow, but I can't figure out where that is. circle around. Being my radiation hypo is doing almost nothing.
Radiation hazard.
Expect it to be through here. But it isn't. Okay, let's get out of here before I actually die of radiation poisoning. That was apparently a foolish hope. And that's gonna be another retry.
The many hold sway here.
Yeah,
Even
yeah, the
I
many
cannot
hold sway.
maintain contact. You are on your own.
Human. Fail me not.
You know, Shodan, you really should get some help with that speech impediment of yours.
We invite
You to spread yourself out on our wall.
Wait a second.
one of our many will be there to help you before you call.
Okay, let's get out of here now. Okay. So... Okay, so... I never found out what this was guarding. Maybe this is guarding one of the 2 clusters I need to destroy. Unfortunately, I burned through a lot of resources to get here. To possibly discover that it was all unnecessary. You have heavy combat armor. Is this just the other side of where I was? Was there any purpose to doing that? And this is the log about the sphincters, so... Let's explore this area a bit more. It might contain the key to what I need to find. So, let's see. So through here... Yes! That's it! That was it. So that...
Mission drained.
And that's the end of my shotgun shells. Well, that's the end of my standard shotgun shells. I still have pellets. Sorry about the sneeze. Couldn't hold that one back, apparently. Okay, so that's one of the 2 clusters. Now I just need to get back and get rid of the other cluster. Alright. The radiation cluster. Okay, unfortunately I can't equip this unless I can find a psi hypo to replenish my psi. Okay. You don't have a psi hypo on you. So... Okay. Use one of these to get myself up to full health. Blow away a spider. With the worm mind implant with the swift boost implant. Use the speed booster with the anti-radiation hypo. Gah! Grab that. And swim for my life. That's the wrong way.
Radiation hazard.
Okay, so just through here. You know, I hear rad swimming is going to be added as an event in next year's Olympics, where you just have to swim through a pool of irradiated water and try not to die.
Her coldness is not welcome.
Just keep going through here while the many talk about their warmness. Yes, they're so warm, they're practically glowing. Seriously, you not only picked up a whole bunch of radioactive material and gathered it all in one place, but you gathered it right next to one of your critical node thingies. See? If it was anyone, like, how has the radiation not destroyed your node?
Do you think we will sit idly by?
While you corrupt the very womb of our existence.
Radiation hazard.
Okay. Yeah, the rad hypos are barely doing anything at this point. Okay, Just keep swimming through. Just keep going. We're almost there. He says to himself, desperately hoping that it is true. Okay, come on, let me through. Alright, just squeeze through here. Okay, I'll be fine as soon as I stop glowing. Alright. I'm actually going to pellets for you. That's the end of you. Okay. Okay, I actually took less damage than last time, and I got rid of both of the nodes. So I'm gonna quick go back and loot everything I looted before, and then it's sphincter time. Oh, right, flies. Run away. Yeah, you flies are just jealous because I get to live for more than a minute. Usually. Sometimes. Okay, let's be honest. My lives don't usually last more than a minute or two. Okay, another cyborg midwife. Okay, run away from the flies again. Doing the insect dance. Run away and try not to die. A lot of fun at parties, running away, trying to avoid being murdered by hostile insects. Okay, I may need to start going to better parties. And to avoid the poison, even so I managed to this time. But oh, okay, now I have to do a poison. And let's psi organ. Alright, let's just quick replenish my psi. As the game taunts me with chemicals I no longer need. Try that again. Okay, again, recycle the prisms because they don't know what they do. And let's actually, yeah, let's once again use this to increase my agility because the agility increases my ability to run away. You know, putting it in that perspective, I'm surprised I didn't upgrade it sooner. Okay. Through the egg corridor. Maybe I should just crush them. I mean, I suppose you can't make a Let's Play without breaking some eggs. Alright. I'll stick with a shotgun for now. This is really feeling very climactic. Alright. And more Prefontaine.
You seek your associates, but you cannot find them. To be one.
This is some kind of very large emblem. We go back and forth between being fascinated and terrified. The creatures. I wish I could only live long enough to learn more.
Yeah. Grinding noise. Yep, I'm hearing that. Yeah. You know those things that look like teeth? Yeah, those are teeth. I'm not liking where this is going. I am liking the abundance of grenades, though. Okay, more Prefontaine.
Let's go. One of those large creatures towards the center of the apparently, they only use smaller creatures to help them prevent all inside just contract.
Okay, so the first time it was just a matter of running around it. This time, okay, so that is probably where I want to go in the long run, but that's blocked. So I need to jump. This is like a timing game. I need to jump past the tooths. Hop! Hop! Okay. Okay, I made it. But I do not want to fall into that because that will fire me right into the tooth. Okay. More modules, more nanites. Alright. This is climbable, I think. But I can't go through this until I take out the cluster that would. So how do I get that to open? I know it's possible, but how do I do it? So let's look around. It's just really hard when it's really dark. I literally am feeling my way along because I can't see anything. I have never wished for a flashlight in a video game quite as much as I do right now. Okay, I can't climb onto that. And now I'm stuck in an entirely different way. Okay, so this behaves like a ladder. So if I jump onto this, yeah, it's exactly the same as a ladder. A sturdy nerve. Climbable? Yep. Sphincter, and I seriously doubt that hitting it will do anything. I messed up the jump, but I'm certain it's possible to jump from there. So if I just climb the sturdy nerve. Jump, and I think I hit spacebar a second too late because instead of jumping, I just walked off the edge. I will say, I like this game, but the jumping controls leave something to be desired. They're really... It's a lot of jumping, not very much control. Whoa. And now I'm clipping through things. Okay, oh, I can get onto that one when it's all the way down. Okay, so it didn't touch the top one last time, so it will this time. Yep. So now, wait for it to come down. Get onto it when it's at its lowest point, like that. And, almost had it. I forgot to pay attention to the timing of this one, so... Yeah, so get onto this one. So this one will not actually crunch against the top one this time. Okay. Okay, I don't want to be on that one or I'll be crushed. Okay, so wait for it to lower down, jump on, and get spooked and jump too early. Okay. So this one is, yeah, they're gonna chomp together this time, and those two are gonna chomp together. So this time they're not gonna chomp together. Jump. Jump. Okay, I made it back here, if that's beneficial. So I'm looking for a nerve cluster that I can destroy to open that sphincter. Where would such a thing be found? Okay. So that's nanites that I could theoretically jump up and get if I could jump high enough. I cannot. But, so I need to find a nerve cluster to destroy. Where is a nerve cluster? Here, nerve cluster. Don't be shy. I won't hurt you, nerve cluster. Okay, and I literally made a circle. And now we're past the previous sphincter. I seriously doubt the nerve cluster I need to destroy for the second sphincter will be outside the first sphincter. So I need to make it through here. I'm just gonna observe these teeth for a second and see if there's any justification for trying to jump on. No, there really isn't. So... Oh, I see it now. Okay, so jump and be crushed. Wonderful. Well, I'll be back when I manage to get back to where I was. I know what I need to do now, though, so I will be right back. Okay, I'm back to the land of the teeth, and I know what I need to do now. Up there is where the node is. Now, I've made it rather far, so I'm going to bend the rules a little bit again, and I am going to save. So let's just quick save. I'll save in an empty slot. I generally try to do that, so if I decide I need to backload to an earlier portion of the game, that's a thing that I can do. Alright. Come down. Jump. Fall. Avoid taking damage. Try again. Get stuck. Okay. Gonna have to wait a moment, because those two are going to chomp together next, but while they're at it, let me, there we go. Yeah, the next rise, they're gonna... No, that's... Okay, so now I need to wait until the end of this cycle so they can get on there again. I feel like the developers heard me complaining about the jumping controls, and so they decided that they wanted to add a platforming section at the end just to punish me for insulting them. Okay, wait until the peak. Leap! And climb! And I've made it! Okay. Now, it's just a matter of getting back down. Which I can accomplish by jumping onto the tooth. I momentarily thought I was going to fail at that. Leap! Okay, we're through. We're through, the sphincter is open.
We feel you moving inside of us. The sensation is repulsive.
That's actually kind of hypocritical of you when I think about it, you know? You invade people's bodies and turn them into your puppets in the form of making them hybrids and then rumblers and then whatever name you want to come up with for the final form. And yet, now the tables are turned and I'm moving within you. And you're complaining about it. Well, yeah, the sensation of having a foreign object moving within your body is repulsive. Welcome to our world. Ah, more Prefontaine.
Besides the parasitic behavior evidenced in the life cycle of the human and living animals, it's become clear that the animals bred the mini for other purposes. First of all, the mini clearly has the capability to convert human flesh to energy and can eat us, but it can also directly use it for the creation of its egg pods. Corpses are fed with some kind of tubular structure, and eggs are birthed through a nearby tube. I've been unable to determine whether the organism is directly converting the corpses into egg structures or not, but it's clear that there's some connection between the nutrient pool we provide and the eggs that are being produced.
See previous comments about invading one's body without permission and using it and doing stuff to it. Guess the shoe's on the other foot now, assholes. Oh, incendiary grenades. Okay, step one of killing these things. Somehow. One way or another, the worms are dying. Okay, so... We're gonna drop the proximity mines for the incendiary grenades. Use the Psi-Hypo now and drop the, Okay. Alright. I'm supplied, I think, and another log from Prefontaine.
While I don't understand the annelid life cycle fully, it's clearly extremely diverse. The eggs produce either a male or a female spore. The male, the drones, are wasp-like creatures. The female are worm-like annelids that seek out a host to infect. Following infection, the host begins to transform into a human annelid hybrid. From that point, the life form can take numerous paths. I believe this path is determined by the many itself. The creatures have communicated their need to grow the biomass, so I imagine that biological material is their primary resource. Therefore, each path has costs and benefits. The proto-arachnid is extremely quick and potentially relatively cheap in biomass. The hulking fleshy ones are powerful, but clearly a larger investment. I've observed only one example of the floating organisms. The only comfort is that the more dangerous organisms are quite costly to produce, limiting their numbers.
So, they really are like the Zerg in StarCraft, where they have different forms that they can create, and some of the forms are cheap, and they can create a lot of them really quickly at the cost of not really being very powerful, whereas other forms, seen here, are very powerful at the cost of also being quite expensive. Basically competitive balance for the many. Ah, even more Prefontaine.
It's clear that this thing I'm trapped inside is intimately linked with all the organisms I observed on board the Von Braun. Strike that. This creature is the same organism. Perhaps the best way to describe it, or perhaps the only way I can comprehend it, is that the organism serves to perform the highest mental functions of the entire species. The smaller creatures exist only to enact its will. All the specimens act as a whole, like different organs in a single body, with this entity acting primarily as a brain. To destroy the large specimen, but all the others.
Yeah, let's avoid the wasps. Okay, so basically, we've been fighting a single creature this whole time. And now that we're near where its brain is, we can get into its brain and kill it. Okay.
With only a few short years of evolution, they've been able to conquer this starship, mankind's mightiest creation. Where were we after 40 years of evolution? What swamp were we swimming around in, single-celled and mindless? What if Shodan's creations are superior to us? What will they become in 1 million years, in 10 million years? What's clear is that Shodan shouldn't be allowed to play God. She's far too good at it.
Like I said, Shodan is kind of like some kind of evil god. Or at least functions a lot like one. Well...
Your time is running out.
This is a world where we grow our future.
Your weapons fail.
And you've yet to see our most beautiful creation. All you have is your hatred and your individuality.
Don't you wish you joined us? Would you then feel so alone?
Yeah, I don't for 1 second wish that I'd joined you. I'm perfectly happy being just me and nobody else, thanks. Ah, more flies. Wonderful. Okay. Just run away. This is one of the most elaborate areas I've seen so far. I've been trying to keep a sense of where I am in my head, and this place is huge. Okay, that's the end of those flies. I'm almost certainly not going to be able to perform a thorough search to find everything significant here. I'm just going to try to get through here and avoid dying. Okay, my worm heart implant is still... Ah, many flies! Well, just continue with the patented strategy of running away. I even leveled up my agility, so I'm better at running away than I used to be. Alright, that's the end of the flies. Huh. Well, let's see if there was anything useful they were guarding. In true video game fashion, the more effort they put into guarding an area, the more valuable it usually is. Also, we're in what's almost the final area. This is like the final showdown between me and the many. I still have my wrench. All the way at the end of the game, and my faithful companion, my wrench, is still by my side. I found other weapons, even stronger weapons. I've gained all kinds of new abilities, but sometimes you just can't beat the big stick. That was an unsettling sound. Okay. And that's the end of the flies. Again. Only it could be the end of the flies permanently. Worms. Incendiary grenades. That is good. Those will be useful against rumblers. Alright. Okay. We're good for... Okay, so... This is basically just a dead end with a bunch of supplies, but I'm gonna be honest, I find that hard to argue with. Considering that a bunch of supplies included several incendiary grenades. Good, because... Well... Rumbler's gonna rumble. Right, through here... I suspected, because Prefontaine's log was in the other direction, I suspected that this was just going to be a dead end with some more resources. Yep, I've already explored this, I believe. Yep, found everything worth finding. And yeah, the beakers of worms, I'm guessing, are ammunition for the guns that fire worms that Norris was talking about. Okay, so now we continue this way, which I believe leads toward the objective. I wonder how close we are to it. I'm not really sure. As I said, I've never done this part of the game before, as should be obvious from how I keep getting lost. The texture's different. Whoa! Was not prepared for that. Okay, bullets. Okay, supplies are important. I'm gonna be honest, my supply runs haven't really contributed very much to my preparedness. The majority of my preparedness comes from the game just gifting me supplies. Okay, let's look around a little bit to see where we want to land. Let's aim for that hole for now, or... No. Let's go through here. Would that make this the stomach? I mean, I'm not being dissolved. Oh, I can just climb up here. Whoa! Oh! And I'm dead. And since there's no resurrection thingy, I'm back here again. Well, once again, I will be back with you when I am back where I was when I died. Okay, I am back. I have reached the brain. Now it's time to destroy the brain. I have a grenade launcher. Let's hope that's sufficient. Alright, so I can just climb out of here. Carefully. Whoa! Ambush the rumbler and then get zapped by the side projection. Okay, that's the end of him. Well, Prefontaine has more to say, I'm sure. Let's see what he has to say this time.
I'm being taken away now. It's my turn. I'm being dragged into some... The ceiling is aligned with a number of panels.
Well, once again, reckless use of explosives proves to be my downfall. Well, I'll be back when I'm not dead anymore. Get back in a moment. To be careful about not blowing myself up. Especially when I can relatively easily kill rumblers by doing that. rid of the side projection monster. Alright, unless I just need to not use the grenade unless I know that I'm going to get the drop on a rumbler, otherwise it will kill me. Prefontaine, you were busy dying. I've died several times, so I can empathize.
I'm being dragged into some kind of chamber. The ceiling is aligned with a number of panels, bristling with what appear to be stalactites or teeth. The creature's putting me down. He's leaving. Will be spared? What's going on? It's dark in here. I can hear the lungs of someone. Claudette? Is that you? I seem to have stepped into something soft, slippery. The stalactites.
Oh, that's the end of Prefontaine. Okay, I can't realistically take. Actually, I may be able to. Okay. Okay, that's the end of at least one of them.
Surely the void.
Oh, and I'm dead again.
Solitude.
Well, okay, I was nearly there, but not quite. Well, once more onto the breach. Geronimo! And we're back here again. Okay. Again, just because of the number of times I've tried this and failed, I'm going to save. I'll save over the previous save in the Body of the Many. And gotta admit, that also, just want to take a moment to comment, that worm heart implant has really done me a lot of good. That thing has been working overtime to prevent me from killing myself, despite my best efforts. Okay. Reload the anti-personnel bullets, so we have plenty of them. Alright. Switch over to disruption grenades. The disruption grenades can one-shot those. Also, let's take a moment to commend Prefontaine that even as he was actively dying, he was still gathering information to give whoever found his log the best possible chance of taking down the men. Alright, got plenty of disruption grenades. Okay, need anti-personnel rounds. Whoa! That was... Oh, I stepped in one of those things. Disruption. Land. Let me through. And to you. Oh, that was going backwards. I'm gonna use a med kit. Okay. I realize those things aren't permanently gone, but whoa! I need to get to their core if I want to be permanently rid of them. Okay, just gonna repair my two weapons that still have ammo.
The end is near.
Soon you
Shall see its final face.
but do not despair.
It's preferable to escape solitude.
Okay. Ah. Whoa! And another rumbler. How many rumblers are there gonna be? Yes, I believe the answer to that question is there are going to be yes rumblers. You may think that yes is not a number, but that's because you do not truly grasp the glory that is the many. Oh, spiders too. Standard bullets keep running away. Okay, how do I kill you? Is that how I kill you? Okay, there's got to be a weak point somewhere. Okay. It's the end of the rumblers. Standard bullets. That is not the end of the rumblers. Okay, there appear to be just an unending supply of rumblers. Right, how do I kill you? What I'm doing currently, which is just running around taking damage, isn't successful. Ah, and I'm dead. Okay. Oh, let's try that again.
Toxic hazard.
I saved back here so I can get right back into the action. I don't need the prisms. Alright. So, I'm guessing that I'm not really sure, but I suspect that it's like those star-looking things that were floating around. Like, I need to destroy those. Okay. Just keep moving. Just keep moving forward. Disruption grenades. Alright. Okay. Alright, I may have to lure some of the rumblers out, I may not. Let's find out. Oh! And I'm dead. Already. Okay, once more onto the breach. Yeah, no resurrection thingies in this section at all.
Toxic hazard.
And yeah, I know I have a toxic hazard, but thanks to the worm heart implant, I will survive my bad decisions. Alright. Up here. Try the incendiary grenades. This would be easier if I knew what I had to do to kill the... Ah! Ah! Okay. Get a bit of healing. That's the wrong thing. I'm trying to switch grenade types, not change weapons. Okay, anti-personnel time. And we're getting zapped from behind by the one that's already respawned. Alright, keep moving. Okay, just keep moving forward. And I keep getting juggled by the things that keep emitting energy. Or emitting whatever those currents are. Okay. Okay, I have a lot of disruption grenades. Okay, I have a plan. Step 1. Destroy the brains. That doesn't cause the existing side projections to disappear, but it means they stop respawning. So step 1, get rid of the brains. That's all of them. Step 2. Die. Because I was way lower on health than I thought I was. Okay, that didn't work, but we're getting somewhere. Let's just keep Just keep at it.
Toxic hazard.
Just keep at it. Just ignore the sound of my sanity slowly slipping away. Ah, I'm only kidding. I never had any sanity in the first place. Alright. Okay, so get my bearings. Climb up here. Carefully. Okay. No. Just do that. He can't follow me into the water. Doesn't that make an ass out of him? Alright. Back to incendiary. Try to avoid being juggled. Okay, fortunately the Rumbler's attack speed is actually quite low. Sneak through here. Fragmentation grenades, I'm likely to need them. Okay. That's the end of him. Okay, so keep going.
The end is near.
Soon we
Shall see your final face.
but do
Get
not
rid of that Rumbler. Ignore that Rumbler. Watch my health this time. Carefully. Just kite the Rumblers around the arena while I take out the brains. And accidentally trip, fall into a hole, and die. Well, technically I got fucked to death by Rumblers, but it only happened because I tripped and fell into a hole. Okay, one more attempt. I understand what I need to do, I'm just really bad at doing it. Well... that was so often the problem for me. Go. Got everybody healing. Alright. I really wish I had not missed with that incendiary grenade. Oh. All of the med hypos right now. Just everything. Okay, now I need to move quickly before those brain creatures respawn. Because they aren't sent out by the brain, they spawn in a specific place, even if that's far away from the brain.
soon
Shall see our final.
but do not despair.
Surely the voice.
Oh, right, there's one behind me zapping me. That's... yes, I'm repairing my assault rifle mid-fight because I forgot to do it earlier. Take out the brains. Just run past those. Okay. That one's already dead. So that one and that one. Okay. We're rid of the brains. Health pack now. Ah! Almost had it. I missed it by this much. And yet again, and once more I perish.
Toxic hazard.
Okay, I gotta take a lesson from the previous one and repair my gun. If I don't repair both my guns, even though the other one's mostly in good condition. Alright, grab the last allotment of bullets that I'm gonna get. Yeah, You know, it may surprise you to learn I'm not actually very good at this. Okay. Okay, disruption grenade, because that's the only thing I have that can one-shot those. Okay. Back the incendiary grenades. Alright. Continuing forward. It's very important not to get booped, but mainly it's very important to move fast. Okay. Whoa. Avoid getting murdered by the pig elephant or the flying squid psychic monster thingy. Alright. Okay, those haven't respawned yet. Just keep moving forward. They will respawn soon, and I need to make sure that I'm not here when they do.
The end is near.
Soon
You shall see.
Okay.
but do not despair.
Surely the way.
Wow. Yeah, the energy resistance of pure annelids is so big that even the weak brain things still don't take meaningful damage from my energy pistol. Okay. Okay, I need to avoid being shot by these, which I think I can do. I need to actually hit that. Okay. Come on, I got enough bullets for each of you. Okay. Okay. Spiders are a lot less dangerous now that, okay. Switch to the grenade launcher and pray to God that the rumblers don't spawn infinitely. Of course, it's entirely possible that they do. The next thing to do is blow away those, because now that their brains are gone, they can't respawn. That's the actual function of the brain. Some people may think it exists to cool the blood. In truth, it exists to allow you to respawn. As long as you have a brain, you can respawn when you die. Oh, shit. Okay. A lot of people don't know that. Okay. Okay, that's it. I have to shoot these things, which is easiest to do when they're coming toward me. I'm not sure that accomplished anything. Okay, Many, I have one request. Please tell me how to kill you. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. So, okay, just into the hole, into the hole.
You know
into
what
the
you
hole.
have brought. Our tragedy.
Okay.
By your hand.
Okay. Okay, so you shoot the individual star-looking things, and then after you've done that, you shoot the core and it dies. I understand.
She is a stranger.
She is a stranger to everything we cherish.
Well, I've seen what you cherish, and I don't like it very much. I would have a better comeback if I wasn't coming down off of the high of having narrowly survived that experience. Okay, I have 2 standard bullets, no shotgun shells, and 10 disruption grenades.
Toxic hazard.
Okay, where am I? Please tell me I'm out of flesh hell.
Thank you for running my errands, puppet. I know you have struggled.
struggled, but I never had any intention of destroying the Von Braun.
I
The
figured.
Von Braun's faster-than-light drive can be used to create pockets of proto-reality.
I am now using it to modify reality
To my own specifications.
The process shall not take long. If it sounds unpleasant to you, put your mind at ease, insect. You will not survive to see my new world order.
Oh, that's so comforting. That's just exactly what I was hoping for. Okay, so the many are finally defeated, and I, critically low on resources and poisoned, have to now take on Shodan after she has gained the ability to warp reality and alter it to her whim. Well, tune in next time for the thrilling confrontation between an AI that has attained god powers and me. Remember, I love you all, and I'll see you next time, if I survive.